यन्मायावशवर्ति विश्वमखिलं ब्रह्मादिदेवासुरा यत्सत्त्वादमृषैव भाति सकलं रज्जौ यथा हेर्भ्रमः यत्पादप्लवमेकमेव हि भवाम्बोधे स्थितिर्षावताम् वन्देऽहं तमशेषकारणपरं रामाख्यमीशं हरिम्. Before we begin, I just want to invoke Bhagwan's grace on all the singers who have been singing before our satsangs. In this class also, and also in other classes, very melodious bhajans, and it really sets the tone for the satsang that we are going to have. So Goswami Tulsidas Ji has been describing Khala Vandana. Is doing pranams to different aspects of Dushta. But he said there are three main reasons. One is to recognize that this is how creation is. Bhagwan's creation has both pairs of opposites. And secondly, I should know what I should take. Unless I know the difference between guna and dosha, I will not know what to own up and what to give up. So Goswamiji says this is the main reason. With such an attitude, I'll be able to live my life in spite of things that are going on around me. Live my life cheerfully and move towards my goal. Now we will chant after Doha number 6. That was the second line of Doha 6 is an important one. Santa Hamsa Guna Gaha Hipaya Parihari Bari Bikara. That line. May we become like that swan bird, knowing what to take and what to give up. अस विवेक जब दे विधाता तब तजि दोष गुण ही मनुराता काल सुभाव करम बरियाई भलऊ प्रकृति बस चुकई भलाई सो सुधारी हरिजन जी मिले ही दलि दुख दोष बिमल जसु देहि खलउ करहि भल पाई सुसंगो मिटई न मलिन सुभाउ अभंगु लखि सुबेश जगबंचक जेऊ बेश प्रताप पूजियहि तेऊ उघरहि अंतन होई निबाहु काल नेमि जिमि रावण राहु केहु कुबेशु साधु सन मानु जिमि जग जामवंत हनुमानु हानि कुसंग सुसंगति लाहु लोकहु वेद विदित सब काहू गगन चढ़ई रज पवन प्रसंगा कीचहि मिलई नीच जल संगा साधु असाधु सदन सुख सारी सुमिरहि राम देहि गनगारी धूम कुसंगति कारिख होई लिखिय पुराण मंजुमसि सोई सोई जल अनल अनिल संघाता होई जलद जग जीवन दाता ग्रह भेषज जल पवन पट पाई कुजोग सुजोग होहि कुबस्तु सुबस्तु जग लखहि सुलक्षण लोग सम प्रकाश तम पाख दुहु नाम भेद विधि कीन्ह शशि शोषक पोषक समुझी जग जस अपजस दीन्ह जड़ चेतन जग जीव जत सकल राममय जानी बंदौ सबके पद कमल सदा जोरि जुग पानी देवदनुज नर नाग खग प्रेत पितर गंधर्व बंदौ किन्नर रजनी चर कृपा करहु अभसर सियावर रामचंद्र की जय पवन सुत हनुमान की जय उमापति महादेव की जय बोलो भाई सब संतन की जय श्री सद्गुरुनाथ महाराज की जय। अस विवेक जब देई विधाता, this kind of viveka, when Bhagwan gives, at that time one is able to distinguish between good and bad and own up what is good. This is the beauty of Bhakti Darshana. If we study Vedanta, the first qualification that is asked for a student, adhikari, is viveka. But when we study Vedanta, the qualification, it looks as though the entire responsibility of bringing those qualifications is on the student. And the moment we hear about those qualities, and intensity with which it is expected, qualities meaning qualifications. Viveka means ability to distinguish between nitya vastu and anitya vastu, what is permanent and what is temporary. But here it is between guna and dosha, between good and otherwise. So that in Bhakti Darshana, it is said, this qualification comes to a devotee with Bhagwan's grace. So we don't have to struggle too much. All we have to do is become a sincere devotee of Bhagwan. All qualifications that are mentioned in Vedanta, it is said those will come to that student. That is why amongst all qualifications, Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji said, Shraddha is the one which is most powerful or most important one. So it is, very good support for a sadhaka to look at it in this way. Asa vivek jab dei vidhata, taba chadi dosha gunahi manurata. So means mind should get absorbed in those gunas. We should get inspired whenever we hear about gunas or virtues. But is it that people who are good, they never make any mistake? Then Goswamiji says that is not true. Sometimes because of kala, means because of situations around, or subhav karma bari ahi, means because of strong inner vasanas, or because of karma. Prarabdha karma might be so powerful that a person might end up committing some mistake. Bhalayu prakriti basa chukai bhalai. Sometimes they do commit mistakes, good people, but there is a difference. Whenever they commit a mistake, they make sure that they acknowledge it and put forth efforts to correct it. So sudhari hari jana jimi lehi, dali dukha dosha bimala jasu dehi. This is what makes them great. Whenever a mistake has been done, not endorsing it or trying to justify it, but making sure that we own it up and try to correct it. This we see very beautifully in Yudhishthira's character in Mahabharata. The game of dice, when they play, that is the time when, paristhiti, the situation is such that because of which even a noble person like Yudhishthira ends up falling for his vices. Right? What is that vice? Subhavu means inner vasanas, right? So that after he commits that mistake, he says, I won't go back and try to justify it now. Whatever consequences I have to bear, the vanavasa that we have to go through, he says, I will go through, and I don't want to break that result of that action which I have done. So that is this quality of bhakta. Harijana here means people of Hari, bhakta. That is the true meaning of that word, Harijana. So sudhari Harijana jimilehi. Those who are devotees of Bhagwan, they will have this kind of attitude. Just, apologizing for some mistake that we have done, that goes a long way in making sure our life is, calmer and peaceful. Then Goswamiji says something interesting. If you pay attention, you will see some contradiction here. He says, Khalau karahi bala pahi susangu, mitayina malina subhavu abhangu. Due to association with good people, even the wicked sometimes end up committing good things. But just because they are doing good things, their swabhava does not end up changing. Means their inherent nature which is there, that nature remains the same. Now somebody, is listening and they say, I am a sincere student of Ramcharitmanas. I remember what you have said in the beginning, and now it looks like there is a contradiction here. What is the contradiction? Previous, when we were discussing Satsang Mahima, what did Goswamiji say there? Goswamiji said, this Satsang Mahima is so great that anybody who comes in touch with Satsanga, any person, no matter how wicked that person is, that person transforms. Just like that philosopher's stone, which touches a metal, even that metal becomes gold. And now he is saying that even if wicked people, they come in contact with sajjana, good people, their nature does not change. So sentences look as though they are contradicting each other. How we should understand this is where Bhagavad Gita comes to our rescue. Bhagwan says, vasanas are of different degrees. One vasana is something which is like that smoke covering fire. You just blow it away, it will go. Another one is like that dust which is there on the mirror. So you have to take something and wipe it. You can't just blow and that dust will not go away. That is second kind of vasana. And third kind of vasana, Bhagwan gives an example. It is like the fetus, which is, it has to take that much amount of time to, be born. So that vasana is very deep rooted. Only it will go when there is, sufficient time that has been given for that vasana. Meaning we should be very patient with satsang. Those vasanas which are very weak, those will immediately get washed away. With satsang, with kind of sadhana that we are doing. But there are some vasanas which are more deep rooted. Those vasanas, Goswamiji says, it will take time. Not that we should be sad about this statement, but it is just a matter of giving ourselves lot of time and being very patient with ourselves. Things don't happen overnight. It's a long journey, but as and when the vasana pressure goes down, ananda anubhuti, that feeling of joy in the mind is very immediate. Okay, that is how we should look at this one. Then Goswamiji says, sometimes whenever this adharma, wicked people, they have to survive, they cannot survive with their own nature. So they will always take a mask of dharma. They will always take a mask of goodness. Lakhi subesha jaga banchaka jehu, besha pratapa pujahi tehu. And the world is such, it always goes on external appearance. So if dushta, they have to get something from the world, they will always take this appearance as a mask. And what is the example he gives? Kala Nemi Jimi Ravana Rahu. Kala Nemi was that Rakshasa when Hanumanji was going to bring the Sanjeevani. We saw this in Sankat Mochan actually. When Hanumanji was going to bring the Sanjeevani, Ravana sends this Rakshasa, Kala Nemi, who dresses up as a sadhu and is sitting there doing meditation. And he calls, Hanumanji sees this sadhu and feels that he's a real one and goes there to, quench his thirst in that ashram. And the story goes, but the main point he says that pretentiousness does not last for too long. So Hanumanji recognizes Kalnemi and finishes him. So that is the previous line. Ugarahi antana hoi nibahu. Means pretentiousness, no matter how long that Dushta Purusha wants to keep, it doesn't have its own stand, it will fall off. Another example is Ravana. He also wanted to take Mother Sita, but he could not dare to do it with his own form. Sita Mata is Jagat Janani. Kidnapping her, he could not even think of without taking that pretentiousness. But as we all know, that doesn't stay for too long. So Goswamiji is reminding us of that. On the other side, even if external appearance is not so great, if heart is pure, Goswamiji says that person is worshipped a lot. And that worship is so deep rooted that it stays also for longer time. What is the example he gives? Kiyehu subesh sadhu sanamanu, jimi jaga jamavanta hanumanu. You look at Jambavanji, he has the body of a bear. And Hanumanji, he himself says in one place that we are, in a monkey form. Our minds are so chanchala. It just jumps from one branch of a tree to another branch of a tree. Hanumanji's mind is not like that, but he's just showing his humility and saying that even we have been given this shelter by Bhagwan Rama. So Goswamiji says, even if external appearance is not so great, if that person's heart is good, that is more appreciable. Hani kusanga susangati lahu, lokahu beda bidita sabakahu. Means whatever hani happens, whatever things that we don't see as good in our character, all of that is because of dussanga. And whatever good qualities are there, that is because of satsanga. He says this is a very well-known fact. Means it's a reminder, be very careful which company do we take delight in. Pay attention to and which company, and because sometimes we don't have choice. We might end up in a company that are discussing some other topics which don't relate to us, or we don't have that interest in that company. That is not as much harmful versus if we start taking delight in that thing. Rati, what it is called, that is what Goswamiji is reminding us, that we should be very careful where do we take delight in. Now he gives some beautiful examples. He says this dust which is there, that has fallen on the ground. That is its regular place. People walk on that dust and so on. But if it comes in company with air, wind, that same dust goes up. Meaning satsang, if it happens, same dust will start going up. Because air is the one which is going up. And if it's on the flip side, if water it gets in company with, then that water mixes with that dust and it becomes slush. So it stays down only, but it loses even its texture that it had before. Then he gives another example. He says if a parrot is brought by a sajjana, a good person and a bad person, the parrot will start speaking what it's hearing in that house. If you remember, when Bhagwan Shankaracharya ji goes to Mandana Mishra ji, in his house, it is said Shankaracharya where his house is, and he met some women who were going there to get some water. He asked them, where is Mandana Mishra ji's house? They said, if you go straight, you will see one house where the parrot will say, are Vedas Swata Pramana or Paratah Pramana? If you see Shankaracharya ji movie, that parrot also is speaking in that movie, these words. Means in that house, discussion was only about Vedas. So parrots also could recite what was going on, the dialogues that were going on in that house. This parrot is one example, but we should understand for children in particular, we say that, right? Whenever we hear something that we have not spoken in the house, then we ask, where did you learn this? They say something which we know that we are not saying in the house, then we ask them this question. So Goswami ji is reminding of the inputs that are going in. Just to be very, very careful and do our best to provide the right input. Okay, not to get too paranoid about this fact, but just to remind us that what goes in only becomes our conviction. Then another example he gives, he says, you see this fire chimneys, right, which are there. So he says this smoke which is there, if it comes in touch with, metal, or in olden days, they had earth houses, right? So whenever the fire was lit, if that smoke came in touch with that wall, which is made of earth, or in chimneys, if you take the metal, it becomes soot, that ash kind of a thing, the black thing. He says, but if that same soot, if it comes in contact with water, it can be used to write Veda Purana. So in olden days, they used to use that. Ink was made up of soot. Okay, so he depends on whether it's getting satsang or it is getting dussanga. Example also, you wonder how he is bringing, so much. He's just looking around and just coming up with these examples. So then he also says, whatever, the smoke which is there, if it comes in contact with air, so it goes up and becomes that life-saving cloud which brings water to us. That, he says, is the power of satsang. Basically, the main point is nothing can be called as good and bad inherently. Just like graha, planets, this is Doha number 7 I'm reading. Graha, bheshaja means medicine. What you mix that medicine with, that will decide whether it becomes good for your health or not so good. Jala means mixed with something, same water is impure. Pavana pata. Pavana means also air, or pavana means air. It either has good fragrance or bad fragrance. And pata means vesha. Dress by itself is not good or bad, it depends on who is wearing it. Ravana also wore sadhu vesha only, right? So that is what he is pointing out. Ho hi kubastu subastu jaga, lakhi sulachana loga. Depending on what sangati it gets, what kind of companionship it gets, it becomes kuvastu or suvastu, bad thing or good thing. Now again he gives another example. He says Bhagwan is also wonderful. You see the waning and waxing of moons, right? So within a month there are 2 pakshas. There is Shukla Paksha and there is Krishna Paksha. But if you take each paksha, both have equal amount of darkness and equal amount of brightness. Means the moon which is there in Shukla Paksha and moon which is there in Krishna Paksha, both moon has the same brightness. But what is the difference? In Shukla Paksha, moon starts increasing, right? So That is why Bhagwan has given one name as Shukla, that is bright. Means it is leading to Poshana. Poshana means it is leading to growth of something, whereas in other side it is Shoshana. Krishna Paksha, it is going down and down and down. He says, this is also wonderful. The same thing has been given two different names based on what is its nature. Next one is a very beautiful doha. Jada Chetana Jagat Jiva Jata Sakala Ramamaya Jani. This Bhagwan or Goswami Ji says this is the main purpose for me to do Khalavandana. That may I look at this entire creation as my own dear Ramchandra Ji. Bandavu sabake padakamala sada jori jugapani. And when I see this creation in this way, I cannot help but do pranama to each and everything of this creation, which includes dushta also. Sajjana we can do pranama, that is one aspect, but if somebody can do pranama to durjana also, that shows a maturity in understanding. When Bhagwan shows Vishwarupa, it includes all forms. It is not only good, it also includes everything else. Now, what is the practical implication? This example might help make it understand. Whenever you have seen our trains in India, if there is especially the unreserved compartment where you don't have a ticket to get in, when you get in, right, once I had a chance to travel from Jaipur to Bombay, and this was in that unreserved compartment. There were 2 rows of seats. Technically, there should be 3 people on each side, and top is for keeping your luggage. But the moment the train comes, on each side, there are 10 people. Okay, means wherever the luggage is, there are 5 people sitting there. Where 3 people should be, there are 5. So total there is 20, where there should be 6. So needless to say, when you get in, there is so much of angst and anxiety to get that seat and sit on that seat. No matter what, they'll fight with each other. But for some reason, if they come to know that both are from the same town, same language, oh, you are also from that place, I am also from that place. Now, and I saw this and it was very interesting. After some time, right, after 3 hours, same people who fought, this person calls him and says, okay, now you sit, I will stand. Wonderful that how can seeing that oneness, right, through some kind of things that is dear to us. What is dear to that person? Village is dear to that person. My town, I am from that town. So if this person is also from the same town, then I should at least, give him my seat to that person. Now imagine if somebody says, I am Bhakta, means I am devotee of Bhagwan, and Shruti Mata is saying, Vedas are saying, that this Bhagwan whom we love so much has become this entire creation or is this entire creation, appearing as this entire creation, then our vyavahara with each person, each object has to change. But it takes a long time. First of all, it takes a long time to start loving Bhagwan. And second, it takes some time to understand what is nature of this Bhagwan. Right? Same Bhagwan is appearing as this person who is in front of me, as this object which is in front of me. So with that bhava, Goswamiji says, I cannot help but do pranama to everything and anything of this creation. Deva Danujanara Khaga Preta Pitara Gandharva. Whether it is Devatas or human beings, Gandharvas, Preta, ghost also. Bandavu Kinnara Rajanichara Krupa Karahu Saba Abasarva. Friends, I am a dasa of this entire creation, which is my Bhagwan. So that is the glory of Bhakti Mahima, how it brings a change in our vision and helps us change our Vyavahara also. More we will see in the next session. There are more things that he's saying, Goswamiji is saying in the same chain of thoughts, how to see Bhagwan as this entire creation. So you can please share the screen. अगणित गुणगण भूषण राम, आश्रित वत्सल जय जय राम, अयोध्यवासी सीताराम, आपद बांधव जय जय राम, दशरथ नंदन श्री राम, दशमुख मर्दन जय जय राम, कौसल्या सुखवर्धन राम, कामित फलदा जय जय राम, पाप विमोचन श्री राम, पट्टाभिराम जय जय राम, जानकी वल्लभ सीताराम, जय रघुराम जय सीताराम, वानर सेवित श्री राम, वारिधि वंदन जय जय राम, हनुमत पूजित सीताराम, श्री राम जय जय राम, रघुपति राघव राजा राम, पतित पावन सीताराम, श्री राम जय जय राम, श्री राम जय जय राम, सियावर रामचंद्र की जय। हरिओम एवरीवन।